Welcome to the exciting and new podcast. This is a mini, and I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Brian.
And I'm Caitie.
Yay!
Nice.
How you doing, Caitie?
I'm good. How are you guys?
It's been a while. What have you been watching since last we talked?
I started the new Netflix show, Survival of the Thickest.
Oh my God.
Is that like a
pretty
weight
funny.
loss show or something?
No.
It sounds
It's
like
about,
it should be right.
Body positivity by this comedian, Michelle Buteau. But I've only watched half of it, but it's pretty funny. It's about she goes through a breakup after 5 years.
Oh, it's a movie?
No, it's a TV show.
Okay.
And then she has to move in. I really love her roommate because she just says insane one-liners, and her cat's name is Cocaine, and it's just a little white kitten. And there's one line.
Is the cat white?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But there's one
Cocaine's
line
always white.
where she was going down on a guy in a taxi, but she had bubble gum in her mouth, and it got stuck in his pubic hair. This is the second episode. And when she gets in there, her roommate's like, "Oh, I've been there before. You just
been there before."
It's you just go get peanut butter and ice, but we don't have any in the apartment because Cocaine's allergic to peanut butter, and I don't trust ice." And
I don't trust ice.
what is this?
Why don't you trust ice?
Well, that was. She goes, "Stop saying things that make me want to ask you more questions."
Sounds interesting. Yeah, definitely.
It's a funny show. Yeah, the
It's
Michelle.
not something you would watch.
No, actually, that's on my.
It's funny.
Are there any,
I would say that's
my
are there any
list to
Korean
watch.
people in it?
Not yet. There is an Italian. Her love interest. So her new love interest is an Italian.
Have you watched
How
any of the
closely
Korean shows with
related
your
are the
father?
Koreans to the Italians?
Although I did see Joyride. I'm surprised you haven't seen Joyride.
Oh,
yet.
that's too mainstream.
What's Joyride?
Oh, that's the new movie.
That was a movie but it was mainstream, wasn't that?
Oh yeah,
out
I saw it in
theaters here and
theaters
everything.
last
Yeah.
week.
is that
It's
a
terrible.
Korean movie?
No,
Yeah,
it's
but-
about two girls that go. They're American.
Oh.
But they go back to China to find one's birth mom.
Oh,
It is
okay.
one of the most insane movies I've seen.
I think your dad's got a personal a kink of Korean.
Yeah, there's a problem.
Korea.
It's not just him.
China's too far
It's
away.
my mother as well.
Well, he
Two
got
of
they
them.
her.
don't. They
He
don't
got her
believe
there.
me.
No. Mom's obsessed with K-dramas. I got her a shirt for Mother's Day that says, "All I need is K-dramas and soju." And she,
Oh, my
her
Lord.
face
How come she is not
lit up.
wearing that to work? Because I
She
want to see her
won't.
wear that to work.
I gave her a cute shirt that she will not wear out.
She'll
in
wear her
public.
lame breast cancer survivor shirt. Who gives a fuck? Wear your
She
fun Korea shirts.
loves
Wow, you
wearing
won
that one.
something. What do you want?
Oh, yeah.
A trophy?
Good for you. Good for you.
What do you want? A pin?
At least Dad's not walking around with his caregiver sash again.
I'm a survivor now.
Oh, that's right.
I'm a
Are
survivor.
we going to do a walk for you?
Yeah, what color's your ribbon?
Yours is blue.
I don't know what it is.
I would
Prostate, I
imagine
think it's
prostate
blue.
would be blue, right?
yeah.
I think it is.
Breast
Yeah, 'cause
cancer's pink.
That makes sense because you're blue.
That's true.
Am I blue?
Hey,
Joyride.
guess what I started watching?
What'd you start watching?
The Bear.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm 2 episodes in season 1.
Fun
And
show.
I don't understand how I want to see more of that show.
Oh my
because
God, it's so.
The first episode, I'm like, is this really just them putting recipes together and getting the shop ready for the day? And yeah, and I want to see more. I don't understand.
But do you want to see more?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
okay.
I
I
don't
wasn't
under-
sure if you were
I don't
saying I don't want to
understand
see more.
why I
Okay.
want to see more.
Nah, but there's a good
It pulled
story
me
going
in.
on
That's
there.
what I'm saying. It
There's-
pulls you right in,
yeah.
you know. And I'm like, okay. And then Oliver Platt in the second episode. It's like,
Every episode has a
Joel McHale was also in
kind
that
of a
second
guest star,
episode.
at least a moderately famous
Yeah.
guest star. Yeah, Joel
Joel
McHale.
McHale was the
Oliver
asshole.
Pratt. He was his old boss
His
or whatever,
old
his
boss,
old head
and
chef.
then Oliver Platt was like, I guess, is it his dad?
No, it's not his dad. It's his
Is he-
uncle.
are they related? Like,
but I don't think it's his
They're related,
birth
but he's
uncle.
also a
Mob
loan
guy,
shark,
yeah.
mobster kind of guy.
There's another in episode 3. You'll find a guest star that you will be. Well, not you. I don't mean it like that, but you'll probably
All
be
right,
like,
I'll watch it tonight
okay.
then,
Like
okay.
I know who that person is because Michelle had to tell me who it was, and she was very prominent talking. And I'm like,
This is a good one to have IMDb opened up when you're watching because
Yeah.
you might not know who it is.
but yeah, I think I'm 6 or 8 episodes into that. Logan was debating me on whether I was on 8 or 6 yesterday because he's like, you would know if you watched episode 7. I'm like,
Is 7 the 7 fishes?
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know
I'm
what
not
7
there
is.
yet.
Have you
I'm
watched
not
it?
there.
No, I was
Oh.
told to watch it
Oh.
because there's the Christmas Eve episode. the
And maybe
7
that's the
fishes.
7th episode. And Logan was like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe I did. I don't remember. I was like, let me tell you, I'll watch another episode and it's either the
See what
7th or the
comes up
9th
when you turn
episode.
it on, right?
Yeah. Nah, the Bear's really, really good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to go back for more. You said you didn't like it, right?
It's not that I didn't like it. I just
He didn't have to have subtitles.
I was going to say
Oh.
too many
Didn't
white,
care
black,
about
and
it.
Latino
I
people
put
in it.
the
Not enough
subtitles on.
Koreans.
I had the subtitles on for it just because I put them on for everything now.
I do find it hard to watch something
unless it's a
when
live show. If
when
it's a live
subtitles
show-
are not available. I'm like, damn.
Only when the subtitles are actually there when it's
Sure.
being said. If it's
Sure.
if it's a live show and they're delayed like a few seconds, I can't do that.
But I've even noticed watching The Bear, like where they'll put up the whole line that they're going to say,
and then it comes up.
and then the jokes, or not the joke, but there's a pause, but you've already read it, and then they say the words. You're like, oh, I'm like, I wonder if that would have hit better if
But
I
then you
didn't
get
actually
to, you get to
know
read it,
what
know
they were
what's
going to
coming,
say.
and you watch.
But yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when there's anybody with an accent that's not East Coast.
Yeah.
Like, what are they even talking about?
Mhm.
Like, Hijack. That's they're flying from
So good.
Dubai.
You watching
to-
that?
No, I was told to watch
oh,
that
yeah, it's really
as
good.
well.
But everybody's either British or Middle Eastern, so every accent on there is like,
It's tough.
what's
Yeah.
going on here? So if I wasn't watching with subtitles, I'd probably be like, is he the terrorist or is he the good guy? Because I don't know what anybody's saying. Even Idris Elba, who is pretty mainstream for an actor, you're just like,
He's got a
what?
thick.
Yeah, and it's
Like-
he's got a great accent, but not if you're ignorant like me. I can't figure out what he's saying half the time.
I've been rewatching Legacies. I know that's a show Dad is familiar with.
Is that
the
him?
vampire show.
It's the third like spinoff of the Vampire Diaries.
Oh
What
my
is-
God
I
almighty.
had, yeah, I've never watched any of
CW.
it.
Wait, Vampire Diaries,
CW.
was that the one with Boone from Lost? Was he in that one? Ian something
Yes.
or something?
Solomon,
Yeah,
he's got crazy eyes.
I don't know if he's got crazy
Oh.
eyes.
he
but
was one of those guys. He was dreamy. Everybody loved.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he was like the heartthrob or whatever.
one of Logan's girlfriends was like in love with him. Just she would talk about him all the time. I'm like, all right.
He was great on Vampire
Is he in
Diaries.
Legacies too?
No.
Oh, okay.
So it's Vampire Diaries is the first one, and then the spinoff is The Originals, which is about Klaus Magnuson and their family, and then Legacies is about Klaus's daughter Hope, who's a tribrid.
A tri-bred?
She's a vampire, a werewolf, and a witch.
Oh,
She's a
I think-
tribrid.
I think-
She's the only of her kind.
I think
Tri-breed.
Lily might be that.
And I watched the new Black Clover movie.
Oh,
Black Clover?
It's an
Anime.
anime.
Oh, okay.
Anime. Okay.
That's all right. Anime is accepted here.
Yeah.
Okay. Just not
K-dramas,
K-dramas.
not if I started watching and talking about a whole bunch of animes. You guys would give me a hard time.
No. I'm
no,
okay.
I wouldn't give you-
I
I
might
would not
not
as
watch.
much.
I might not watch them all, but I certainly have a respect for anime. Like there's
I've
ones
watched
that I
a
have
lot
watched.
of anime.
So you probably got K dramas to tell us about right now, though, right?
I didn't really watch. I mean, it's only been a couple days.
Well, usually you watch 14 episodes in 6 days. So.
Yeah. And they're like 80 minutes long and stuff like that.
I think I've only Christine and I watched 2 episodes of the show we're watching together, and episodes drop Saturday and Sunday.
I was listening to our mini this morning. I guess that was. And you were talking about the app that you found with all the
Oh yeah,
shows on it.
Kokowa.
Kokowa, yeah.
Kokomo, yeah.
I only watched that one on there. I haven't
He has an
gotten
app
back
now
to it.
that he.
My
it's
friends
everything
are on
Korean.
that app.
Everything
They
Korean,
love
yeah.
K-dramas.
I'm not the only one.
I have one I have one to suggest for mom called Ghost Bride, but it's not Korean.
Oh no.
But I read the book. And after I read the
I saw
book,
Corpse Bride, Tim Burton.
I saw
movie. That was
Ghost
fun.
Dad with Bill Cosby.
is that a real movie?
That's a real movie. Yeah.
Oh.
He ghosted in
It's a
someone's
bad one.
room and drugged them. And
I was gonna say, the son's product. Of
You would
rape.
like that though, because Bill Cosby used to teach Japanese models
Oh.
comedy.
oh, that's
Like,
right.
there was a time on like when he was on the Cosby Show set. Every Thursday between like these hours, they would stop shooting, and that's his hours were allotted to him training these Japanese models on comedy, but which basically
Wow.
was
female models too.
he was basically
Wow.
just raping them.
Oh,
gonna
all
say.
right.
That was like
drugging
one of the
and
only
raping them.
comedians Dad would have us listen to on our road trips.
Look,
Was Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby was hilarious and
Oh,
awesome,
he had-
and then
yeah.
he became a rapist and not as awesome.
We listened to him after it became.
But I
a
could-
rapist.
After this
No,
is
no,
after.
it was before.
No, this was after.
No,
Oh.
because
'Cause
I
I
was
was
still
like,
living.
I
we were
know
getting
that
up
it's
to Maine.
bad, but
Oh, I thought it didn't come out until
Wow.
like I was in college, and we were listening to it when I was in elementary school.
I can separate the crime from his old stuff. I'll listen to Bill Cosby himself again.
Yeah, I don't know if I would.
I don't.
no,
That-
this
that
was
whole dentist routine, man, that's
2013
good
was
stuff.
the
Good
last
stuff.
time we.
Chocolate cake.
Dad
Chocolate
is
cake?
great.
That was Dad's favorite one. When we,
Give us
we would say it in the
cake.
car because I remember doing that up to Maine.
Yeah.
I watched Asteroid City Saturday night.
How is that?
Wes Anderson's new movie. I don't understand Wes Anderson.
Oh, I didn't like his
According
last
to
two.
your brother and your future brother-in-law, I just don't get him because Connor seemed to enjoy it, and he said that Brady said it was the best movie ever.
Okay, Brady says that about every
And
movie.
This movie, I might have chuckled twice, and that's okay. You know, if sometimes you don't laugh out loud about it, but
Well, his latest ones haven't been that great because I didn't like the
but-
French Dispatch. That was
I don't think I like anything. I didn't like Grand Budapest Hotel or
that one's fine. Have you done
Rushmore?
and
Steve Zissou?
Yeah,
That was the one
I guess
That's
I'm
my
just not.
favorite one.
I'm not cool enough to get Wes Anderson because it's a movie about a bunch of people that don't act. Everybody's always straight laced. They talk like this and everything. No one ever has an emotion. An alien comes into the middle of the movie and people are
There's
just
an
like,
alien in it?
well, yeah, it's Asteroid City.
Yeah, I thought it was about like the bomb.
There is
That's
a bomb.
Oppenheimer.
There is
Well, I've
a
seen
bomb in
it on
it.
Thursday.
There is a bomb in this. I don't know. Listen,
That looks good.
my
So
review
good.
of Asteroid
I'm more
City is
excited
that
for
it's
Barbie.
beautiful to look at,
That's
and
this week, too.
I never want to
Mhm.
watch it again.
I'm doing a boozy brunch with my
Are you doing
girlfriend,
the?
and then we're doing
Logan said
Barbie.
it was called the Broppenheimer. You doing
Oh
that?
yeah, you do Oppenheimer in the morning with your coffee, then you go to brunch and you get a little tipsy, and then you go to Barbie. But
That's
no, we're
not
not
a bad
doing that.
day. I would do that.
Doesn't that sound fun? My friends
Yeah.
don't want
It
to see
sounds like fun, but I don't know
so-
why these two movies have this going on. Is it just because they're so
It's 'cause it's
different?
And it's
same
because
day.
they're coming out the same day.
But
they're
there's
two big
there
movies.
have to be times when two big movies came out at the same time.
But
No, I
also
don't
because of
think
the
so.
opposite.
they're so opposite.
One is pink and one is about the
Nuclear war.
destruction of.
And one is about Barbie.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
So I just listened to a podcast that did 6 episodes on the Manhattan Project, and when they got to when they dropped the bomb on Nagasaki, and it was just like one of the worst things I've ever listened to.
When
Just
I
think about
was-
those people that got
Yeah.
dropped on. They didn't like it either.
I don't think they did.
When I was 12, maybe, I used to have, for my birthday, my mom would rent a movie projector from the library, and I would pick out movies from the library. And one of them was on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So we watched these fun movies, and then she put that one on.
and it was like the bomb being dropped and the
It was-
horrors afterwards.
It was all.
Who picked that movie out? You picked it out?
Yeah, I
You
thought-
knew what you were picking
and this
out?
is your
I didn't know it
birthday
was going to be
party?
like that.
But I mean, if you could read what
Look,
it says, I mean,
this
dropping the bomb on.
He went to Northern
But
Burlington
remember,
schools in the
his
80s. He probably
16
couldn't read at
yeah.
12.
His 16th birthday was to the car wash, so like we're-
Did you get to drive through it? Is
Yeah,
that
it was
why?
a drive-through car wash.
More than once?
I
Or
never.
just
No,
once?
no, we just did it once.
And that was your birthday party?
Yeah,
yeah, it wasn't
there
a
was
joke.
a whole bunch
That
of
was
us
true.
and my
Did
mom
you have like a
drove us
cake in there?
through.
or-
No, we just did that. We left the house, went, and it's the one over in Wrightstown.
It's still there, so you have
It's still there,
so you
yeah.
have sentimental.
I do.
That's
I'll have to
one
talk
of
to Gloria the
strangest
next time I
things
see her
I've
and be
heard,
like, really?
man. Wow.
You took your kid to a car wash?
She
for his
also
birthday?
rented Nagasaki.
Yes.
And for one of my parties, we did a scavenger hunt, but it wasn't to collect things. It was bad gypsy moth year, and everyone was given baggies, and you had to pick gypsy moths, and whoever had the most gypsy moths won the scavenger hunt.
Did you
And
win?
then my mom dug a hole, and we put all the gypsy moths into the hole, and she took a cup of gas and poured it on it, and then lit them, and it just exploded. It was an explosion of gypsy moths.
Did you win?
No, I didn't win.
Well, was there a prize for the winner?
Oh yeah. I don't remember who won.
They
or
got to take
what
the
they
gypsy
What was
got.
the
moths
prize?
with
Do you
them.
remember what the prize
No.
was? Oh man, that would've been
I remember in the late 70s, early 80s, Japanese beetles being a bad thing. And we had the traps and just bags
On the
full-
roses.
Yeah, bags full of these things. My grandfather took the bags one day, got me and my sister, took us outside, just dumped them in a pit and burned them. I'm like, it was so fun. Now I think back at it, I'm like, that's a horror show, but it was so fun.
Smells so bad.
So you taught me when I was little, and I thought it was normal that you catch ladybugs, you peel off their butts, and you wear it as jewelry. Okay.
Oh,
See,
no,
the
no,
faces-
lightning bugs.
Lightning bugs.
Oh, okay,
sorry. And you wear it as
okay.
jewelry because it lights up. You can put it
Yeah.
on your face and as rings.
Can
Lady
you can
Ladybug would have been,
smear
that would have been
them on
like
you.
so.
Yeah.
That would have been a crime.
That would be
for the
bad.
ladybug.
But when I say this to my friends, they call me a sociopath.
Yeah, it sounds terrible, but I definitely remember being at parties in the summer where
I've
we would
seen
have
that
like
done,
badminton rackets and we would just hit the lightning bugs and they It would be like a mini fireworks. Just boom,
Yeah.
it would explode. I mean, they're fucking bugs. Who cares, really? But
I respect death now, so I don't do that.
But you just did it for your 4-year-old. You're like, come here, girls.
but they're bugs. They're
Well, you
going to
gotta
die
teach you
soon
about
anyway. And if some super monster that has a tennis racket just hits our planet because it's fun to show his kid, that's how we die.
That's true.
It's just the way things are.
I would still do it now. My friends, I'm sure, would be horrified. It's like, they're going to die in like 2 weeks. Calm down.
Yeah.
I'm just helping them on their way.
Are we going to talk about what we did this weekend? We all did
Fun stuff.
fun stuff.
What did you do this week that's so fun?
Carrie took me while I drove.
Oh, did you get
She-
anything?
No. But we went to the reptile show at Oaks. It was pretty cool.
Really?
They had poisonous, venomous
That's what
snakes
you wanted
and
to
stuff.
see, right?
And why
Yeah.
didn't you get one? Like a rattlesnake or something like that?
You can get a rattlesnake, puff
My mother
adders,
would not let him in the house.
King
bush,
Cobra?
bush adders.
King Cobras?
I've seen king cobras at shows, but
That's
not that
insane,
one.
man.
But they had
Wow. Do you
They
have to
had
have
some cool
like a
ones.
license to have one of those kinds of
not,
like
not in Pennsylvania.
well,
Did you see any bats?
It's a wild.
I mean, they have the gun show there too. So
not.
yeah.
I saw dead bats, like pinned onto wood,
Yeah.
but I didn't see any live bats.
That'd be cool to have a pet bat.
Yeah, right.
There's bats outside here. You grab
A flying
them before you
fox. I don't want a flying fox.
Flying squirrel would be cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Flying squirrels are cool.
Yeah.
What'd you do this weekend?
I went to Atlantic City at Ovation Hall and I saw Shane Gillis, comedian Shane Gillis. It
Dean Gillis.
was really good. He's really funny. And the other comedians were Nate Marshall, Brian Six. He was really funny. He's from Philly also. Shane Gillis is from Philly. And then Matt McCusker. And Matt McCusker does a podcast with Shane Gillis.
Oh,
But it was really good.
Where was this?
Ovation Hall at the Ocean Casino
Oh, okay, next to Borgata there.
next to Showboat.
Next to Showboat.
Yeah.
Hard Rock, Showboat, then Ocean, heading north.
Heading that, yeah.
I don't think I've been in there.
Yeah,
It's a nice one.
Yeah,
Ocean,
it's
they have
big.
huge escalators.
Yeah,
It used to be. It started off
that
smoke free,
escalator is insane.
and then they caved.
Like, if
When-
you're afraid of escalators,
That's
do
how
not
we
go on that one.
entertained
Really?
Brady
It's that
one day.
big,
Oh,
yeah.
they're and there's like 3 of them.
Like how
Yeah.
many stories are you going up an escalator?
it's at least a few stories.
and
yeah.
people
Really?
have fallen.
Excellent.
Yeah.
People probably have
So this is on the
pushed too, you know?
to the if you're looking at the strip, this is to the left of the Showboat,
To the
if you're
right.
looking
to the
If
right
you're
where
looking-
the Taj Mahal used to be.
Well, it's
Oh no,
No,
Hard Rock.
other way to the other side.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
to the left.
Yeah.
if you're standing in Showboat and you're looking out at the ocean, it's to the left.
Okay, the left. There
Yeah.
always used to be an empty lot there for ever and ever. Yeah.
It's the
Now,
biggest
it has a big
casino
has a
hotel.
big golf
Yeah.
ball,
like biggest hotel at least.
big golf
It's
ball on top.
gorgeous. But I remember when it first opened, that's how we entertained Brady when Mom was gambling. And he just kept going up. Can I go up? And I was like, I'm not going up there.
It was originally supposed to be 2 of those towers, and then like a water park. But
Well, water
pool
park's at the
thing
Showboat. That just
inside
opened
of it.
now.
Yeah, I heard the
The
indoor
water
water
park's
park.
open
Right?
at Showboat
Mhm.
now. So
Why didn't they do that at Ocean? Because they realized they were
It was
building a
costing
casino in the
billions
middle
of
in the middle of a
dollars, yeah.
ghetto, and they were just like,
$89 a person for the water park.
"Get the
really?
fuck out of
No,
here!"
thank you.
Andy, what did you do this weekend?
I went to New York yesterday and saw Book of Mormon on Broadway. Michelle and I saw it years ago, but we took our kids, and my sister took her oldest son. So that is, super offensive. It's so funny. You're walking into a Broadway show and they have signs like "This will offend you," and boy, howdy, do they try to offend you. But not my family. We were all laughing. It's fun. It's a good show. Obviously, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, the South Park guys did this. It won the year it came out. I think Broadway Works were like only the year it comes out do you get eligible for a Tony.
Yeah.
And so they won all the Tonys that year. But it's been out for like 15 years, and it was really, really funny. And then we went to Carmine's for dinner.
Oh,
Carmine's is
yeah.
the fucking shit.
That's so good. Man.
So that was a good time, except it was raining all day in New York, so lame. And there's a dispensary every 5 feet in New York City now.
Oh, really?
I don't even joke when I say there were 6 in a row as we were walking down. I guess we were walking down 8th Avenue, going from 49th to 44th. One avenue just had boom, boom, boom. I was like, what? Aren't they competing with each other? Shouldn't they just open the whole
they probably
place
own
up?
all of them.
But make
One
it
guy
one
probably
big
owns all
one.
of them, yeah.
Make it one big one. I don't know. It was fun. What'd you do this
I
weekend?
went to see Beyonce.
Get the fuck out of here! Really?
I
Wow.
did on Wednesday.
Burying the lead here. All of a sudden, the biggest
No,
thing.
it's the finale. That's the finale.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I was supposed to see her in Pittsburgh, and she canceled all of her Pittsburgh shows. So
Your mother was telling me that. We're
still pretty devastated because we had really, really good seats in Pittsburgh.
And then you go to Philly, and you probably didn't have as good seats.
We had terrible. I would say terrible seats.
Was this at the Link?
Yes.
Okay.
So you know how in like the nosebleeds it goes up to row 30. We were 29.
Okay.
But also like the screens weren't working, so we couldn't see anything.
that
We just had to like
sucks.
squint down and we saw her profile.
And did it cost just as much to be in those shitty
cost
seats in
more.
more than good seats in Pittsburgh? Why'd you cancel Pittsburgh?
Because her stage didn't. What it seems like what happened is her stage didn't fit. So whoever the promoter was didn't give the correct.
Like at
dimensions.
Heinz Field, the football field? Like that's crazy.
Her stage was huge. It was from what
how
I
did
could
it
I saw
see,
pictures of her stage.
It was
yeah.
Probably couldn't get it
amazing.
in. Probably couldn't get it inside.
That's what.
that's
Well, she has
nuts.
this giant horse at some point. It was really cool. But because we saw the mayor of Pittsburgh was tweeting, being like, "We are talking to the promoter to find out why this happened."
Oh wow, that's nuts. That's so obviously you got your money back from Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And that just went to your more
to-
expensive
to the
seats. in
Link.
But
Philly.
obviously, it wasn't as much as her ticket. That's
No, it was more
yeah.
to be in the nosebleeds and not be center. But it was still great. She has an amazing
Great
voice.
show. That's good.
At one point, she was singing super high, just laying on her side, like in an oyster. And it was like,
I
We are
respect
not
that
the
too.
same
At least
race.
she,
Like, I don't
at least she
understand.
sings too. I like
Oh,
that
no,
she
no.
sings. You know
I
what
like
She's
Beyonce.
not,
That's great.
She's not lip syncing.
oh no, she was singing
Yeah.
and she sounded phenomenal. We just like the way that it was all the Link's fault. Every problem we had.
I have
was
been
the
to
Link.
one concert at the Link. I will never go back to the Link. Yeah.
Well, I saw Taylor Swift there too this summer.
Oh, that's right.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I've seen Taylor Swift
Well-
there twice now, but I was on the floor.
T Swizzle can't do anything wrong. She does.
I don't think the
I mean,
Link's a
I think
good
I'm
spot
going
for
to.
a big
she could
concert.
sway an election. I really think she could.
Well, that's
sway
why
an
We'll
election.
find
people
out
think she
soon.
didn't come out during one of the elections, but I may even see her in Europe. Like I love her.
You could have go
Well,
to Europe to see her.
I think we've heard stories about people that go to Europe to see
We were debating doing that for Beyonce.
whoever. I think it was Beyonce that I heard that it was cheaper to fly to Sweden
Oh yeah, I
and get a
read that,
hotel for
too.
the weekend
Yeah.
and see her there than it was to see
To
her
get, like,
at
crowded
Madison
floor
Square
seats.
Garden or wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and better seats.
It was like over $300 for the nosebleeds a ticket. I paid less for Taylor Swift, and I was in in section 100. Almost.
So
dead center.
Beyonce was more expensive than Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
But
I thought-
also, we got tickets Friday before the show,
that is true too. Yes.
and I had pre-sale.
And that
for
really,
Taylor
I mean,
Swift.
like all those people that just
Oh.
got their tickets canceled.
And there's people were tweeting, like one guy was like basically starving himself because he like paid like $1,000+ to go get
So
really
he had
good
no
seats.
money for groceries. Mhm.
And then he was like, you can't now get that same price at a different stadium.
I hope he took that $1,000 after it got canceled and went out and gorged himself.
I think he just cried and tried to see if he could get a ticket in Philly.
I paid $39.50 at 8th row, so on the end,
Nice.
on the aisle too. So that was nice.
My tickets were $8.
Carrie really splurged.
She said,
I was gonna say my friends and I were seeing a Broadway show in September, and then we don't know which one yet. It's like the Broadway Roulette, and then we're doing Sweeney Todd in November. But we were talking about Book of Mormon because it could be part of the roulette. And one of my friends goes, "Well, it's not religious, is it?" And I went, "No."
Oh, it's
I was like,
super
it's by
not
the
religious.
people that did South Park, and she was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not like trying to encourage you to become indoctrinated." Into,
Except if you don't know anything about the Mormons, you'll find out a lot about them in this play.
They talk about like Xenon and stuff, right?
No, that's
Oh, that's
Scientology.
Scientology.
This is all about like Joseph Smith and Brigham Young. And,
And those golden tablets.
and
in
then-
the
You know where
West.
else?
Athletes.
You know where else you can read about Joseph Smith and the Mormons?
can you read about it on Spreaker?
Spreaker.
I don't want to be on
and
Spreaker
that's where you can get our
anymore. Then
podcast and everywhere else you download, rate, subscribe, review, do all those fun things. It's the exciting and new podcast on all our socials. The Jazoo on Instagram, Jazoo74 on Twitter. This has been the exciting and new mini podcast. I'm Jason.
I might have a drinking problem. I brought those both down for both podcasts. They're both gone now. A Gonzo 1970 on Twitter, A Gonzo 1 on Instagram, and what's the other thing? Threads. And it's actually backwards, 1970 in 1 or whatever the fuck. I'm Andy.
Papa Bad Kitty, I'm Brian.
I'm Caitie Alpin. At Caitie Alpin.
I follow her. I know that name.